AEW Dynamite took place tonight from Cleveland, Ohio, and you started the show off with Jon Moxley coming out for a promo. We cut a promo on Jericho, and he has the eye patch. It's pretty noticeable. It's kind of annoying now, the stupid eye patch. He says you have to keep the one good eye in the back of his head, and he's cutting a promo on him, and I think they're going to have the match on the late February for the pay-per-view. So you got a lot coming up. You have the Saudi Arabia show with WWE. Then, first before that, you have NXT TakeOver. Then you have Saudi Arabia. Then you have AEW, and then you have Elimination Chamber, and of course the big show of the year, Mania. So at AEW Revolution, he says Jericho's not going to be able to make it, and Jericho enters, and the crowd is singing his entrance theme, which was kind of funny, and he calls them typical Cleveland idiots. He told Moxley he saw Mox's mom backstage, and she looked fetching. He said he might call her later, and he said he apologized to Moxley's mom for what he did to him, but explained to her that it was Moxley's fault. And he called out the Inner Circle to make it a 5-on-1 fight, along with 5 street drugs from Brock, so it's 10-on-1. Moxley take his jackets off and laid out the thugs from the street gangs from the Bronx. The security and referees come to break everything up. They did a pull apart between Moxley and Inner Circle. Moxley retreated through the crowd, so good segment starting us off. They announced Nyla Rose and Big Swole on the show. They do a video package of MJF's boot camp, and he enters a slaughterhouse. He sees the bunny, which is Allie, and he gives her money, and he sees the butcher and the blade and the bunny all cutting meat up like it's the Texas Chainsaw Massacre or something. Then they announce it's the Bucks against the butcher and the blade next. MJF joined the commentary for this match. The butcher and the blade are accompanied by the bunny, Allie, of course, against the Young Bucks, Matt and Nick Jackson. They tried to tell the story of speed versus power. The Butcher and the Blade are the powerful team. They have strength. However, the Young Bucks have the speed advantage. So it's speed against power, the classic struggle. The irresistible force against a movable object, if you will. The Bucks did some kicks early. They did their typical stuff. It was an okay matchup here. They had Butcher and Blade attack Matt and Nick after the match. After they get the win, the Meltzer driver gets it on the Blade for the win. The Butcher and Blade attacked him after the match. Kenny Omega runs out to make the save. He hits a V trigger on Blade. Hangman Page walks out of the ring with a beer in hand. He asks Matt to hold his beer, and he hit a buckshot lariat on the Butcher, and then he chugs his beer. So they celebrate, but of course there's the dissension between Kenny Omega and it's Kenny Omega and Hangman Page against the Young Bucks. That's where the dissension is. They celebrate in the ring while Hangman Page goes to the back. Next is Nyla Rose against Big Swole. Nothing match. AEW Women's Division is the worst. I swear, this division sucks. It's the worst women's division. It's shit. They have nothing here. It's nothing. It's the worst women's division. Of the 4 roster, you'd take the Raw roster, the SmackDown roster, the NXT roster. AEW is easily the weakest of the 4. And the Raw roster is not very strong itself the way it's booked, but AEW's roster sucks. Sorry. Nyla Rose beats Big Swole. Next, you have Cody against Kip Sabian, who was with Penelope Ford. Cody's with Arn Anderson. At our take, Penelope Ford is my manager. Penelope Ford is insanely hot. She is gorgeous. My God, I wish they had the camera on Penelope Ford the whole time, and she's young too. Let's see her age. I think she has to be in her early 20s still. Let's see. 27 years old. Thought she was even younger, but she looks great. This was an okay match. Penelope Ford kept getting involved. She threw her shoe in the ring. She kept interrupting it on behalf of Kip Sabian. And there was even a spot early in the match when they had Joey Janela in the crowd and they accidentally kiss him. It was a strange segment. He was dressed as a clown. The match was okay. They had Arn Anderson gets into a fight with the referee, and he basically gets ejected, and Cody has to tell him to go. Maybe they're teasing a split with Arn. it went on for a while, continued to go on. They teased that Kip Sabian could win, but never really took it seriously. Of course, Cody was going to win. Cody won with the crosswords. There's kind of a lot of Yaga here. It was a long match, but they're trying to utilize Penelope Ford as best as they can. That she's the star of here. It's not Kip Sabian, but it's about Penelope Ford, not Kip Sabian. They replayed the Britt Baker Choni Schiavone segment from last week. They had Choni interview Britt Baker on the stage, and she says it's Dr. Baker, and she rips into Choni. She rips into Jim Ross, and she calls him old, and I think she sucks. She ripped into Cleveland and made fun of Baker Mayfield and the Browns. It's not very good. They have a new backstage interview. I guess that means Jen Steger's gone out. Man, I missed her. I saw her leaked photos from Playboy. My God, she's hot. But looks like no more Jen. They now have Lexi. She's their newest backstage interviewer. Lexi, not the Lexi from WWE, but this Lexi, not a blonde Lexi. Lexi has a blonde name. I think of name Lexi, I think of a hot blonde chick. I don't know, Alexa Bliss, of course, Lexi Bell. I don't know who that is. Anyway, I get that name. They're celebrating the win. Hangman's not there at first. It's Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks. They're happy about the win. Of course, Hangman comes and it creates dissension, and they seem to be angry at them. The Young Bucks and don't like Hangman Page. And they announced next week it'll be Page Omega and the Bucks against Butcher Blade and a team of their choosing. So I don't know who it'll be next. So then we go to the entrance here, and SCU enters the ring, and they're all wearing Kobe Bryant jerseys. I thought that was amazing. I loved it. We didn't get to see what the fans were chanting because I saw the split screen and went on for a while. I was thinking the fans had to be chanting Kobe because I saw a lot of Kobe signs. I thought that was wonderful. It's Cleveland, Ohio, and everywhere in the country, people are mourning the death of Kobe Bryant. Such an icon, such a legend. I love that they were paying tribute to him. I thought the fans were chanting Kobe, but we couldn't hear what they're saying. They were basically waiting. Like you can just see them, the split screen. I get the idea they're probably chanting that, but it didn't really translate because all we saw was them just waiting and didn't even talk. So Scorpio Sky, they faced Jack Evans and Angelico, and of course they took the jerseys off during the match. I was really happy they did that. It was an okay match, not a bad match. It fell apart near the end. SCU was going to win. He kind of knew what happened, and they ended up getting the match here. They beat Jack Evans and Angelico. Stupid Dark Order video. I don't care about the Dark Order. They fucking suck. I hate them so much. They did a video on Pac. Played. He says maybe he'll go after Moxley, and he seemed angry. He's yelling and stuff. They announced also it's John Moxley against Ortiz and Yuka Sasaki versus Britt Baker, Young Bucks and Kenny Omega, and Young Bucks and Omega against Page and the Blade. It's going to be Lucha Bros as their tag team partner, so that's the match. Then they announced Cody is going to have to receive the 10 lashes from MJF next week. That is interesting to happen. WWE decided to do that right away before AEW was scheduled to do that. That's what I noticed. The stuff with Daniel Bryan at the Royal Rumble, I thought that was pretty damn convenient. Anyway, main event, you have a six-man tag, Chris Jericho, Santana, and Ortiz against Darby Allin, Mark Queen, Isaiah Kennedy. A lot went on for all. I didn't really care much about the match. Kind of boring. I knew who was going to win. Jericho, of course, won. It was a decent main event. Just kind of a TV main event. Jericho's team wins. However, after the match, the Inner Circle continued. They attacked the Private Party more, and they attacked Darby Allin as well. They tossed him out of the ring. However, John Moxley runs out with a baseball bat. He beats down Hager, Sammy Guevara, Santana, and Ortiz with bat shots. Jericho escaped, but he destroys all four of his friends. Moxley stood on the ropes, pointing the bat at the Inner Circle as the show closed. Thought it was a good show. Not a great show. Not just an insane show, but I thought it was pretty decent. Pretty decent show to watch. And that was Dynamite this week.